It's Week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see this team's superstar running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it comes your way next.
It is time for football
on Madden Football.
As we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard and quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. It is picked up by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, the quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking...
Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone for the touchdown. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They motion a receiver right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Whoa! And he's down at the 3. What a run!
Let's be honest about it, Mike. Very few receivers these days are just pure receivers. Almost all of them, they have a little bit of running back either in their background or how they're continued to be used today.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Receiver in motion, going right. And that is going to turn into an absolute disaster. What is going on there? Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. 1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Motion man, set right. And that is going to turn into an absolute disaster. What is going on there? Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Third and goal. Sending a receiver right. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining.
A loss of 6 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. We are through 1. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Play action now. It's, oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. This is the best starting field position you could ever have. 1st and goal from the 1. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. He'll drop to throw. Making guys miss, and he's in as a touchdown. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The next drive's about to get going. We're going to take a moment here, let you know what's coming up in prime time this week. Starting tonight, it's Sunday Night Football, one of the best games of the opening month of the season. Bills and Ravens from Baltimore. And then another double bill on. The ball comes out. The defense has got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have.
And he will get into the end zone for the score. His second touchdown of this first half.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game, and you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And his guys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, yeah. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He's going to run it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. A throw left side, going to be intercepted.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Crazy. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime in a very fast-moving first half. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to halftime. Josh Downs, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
If you call a jet sweep at the wrong time, he's getting plastered in the backfield. But if you call it at the right time, Mike, he'll hit them just as hard and pick up huge yardage. This, clearly the right time to call it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. Whoa. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They run on the jet sweep, and he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Now, the extra point. His kick is good, and his guys are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The rookie, Bo Nix, and the Broncos offense getting set to take over once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 78 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Loose past the 35. Look at him go. Inside the 10. And he will go all the way. Incredible run. 99 yards for the touchdown. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Our home team 31. Visitors 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Nix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. It is picked up by the defense. He works free, right side, to the 20. Turns this all the way for the touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and his guys stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. That'll be returnable from the 35. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Motion man, set right. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.